It's Nora. Maybe she's at the birthday spot. Huh. What doing?
Just standing here.
Oh, why?
Because I saw you run up the stairs and then I didn't know where you went.
Oh. Were
Yeah.
you the reason there was phantoms out there?
Probably.
That's usually how I find you, but I didn't see you out there anywhere. And so I went to the birthday spot and there was no phantoms out there. So then I missed you.
I was standing on the roof of the kitchen.
Ah. I see people standing up there all the time. I'm not sure, like, the appeal.
It's where I go to hunt phantoms.
Huh. Kind of like you used to do over there before I put a roof on the sitting area.
Yep.
Right on.
It feels like it's just rained nonstop for like weeks now.
It does rain a lot. How have things been?
Good?
That's good.
I think for the most part.
How's the sword?
I like it. I was just going to say I like this sword.
I need to get mine to that point so I can just start using it.
I like it a lot.
Good. I'm glad you like it, and I'm glad it keeps you safe.
Yeah. I was sparring yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I went and I sat in on Arlo and Rexaris helping Charity, and I'm not really good enough to fight against Arlo or Rexaris, but Charity and I got to spar with her, and I got to pop her totem, and it was fantastic.
Ooh. I bet you could hang with Arlo and Rexaris.
Probably not.
Why probably not?
I'm just not super great at stuff yet, but that's why I've been practicing.
Have you played with your Warriors Codex yet?
A little bit.
How's that going?
It takes some getting used to, but I'm getting there.
Well, good.
Yeah. Aw, man.
Sorry. I honestly haven't played with mine very much.
I should probably send some notes out. I forgot that was something I needed to do.
What are you sending notes for?
I need everyone to
Oh,
meet for a court meeting.
we're gonna need squid ink soon. A court meeting?
Yeah.
When's that?
Today.
Oh. Same day delivery on this mail. Hopefully everybody receives it and shows up.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask what it was about, but I guess I'm gonna be there, so I'll just find out then, I guess.
Oh, crap.
Oh, biscuits.
I'll just start missiving. That seems easier.
Yeah. It's kind of what I've resorted to, because the mail system seems to let me down quite a bit. You don't have to missive me, I already know about it.
Okay.
I spy a Wolfkin. Which Wolfkin are you?
Okay.
I'm tall again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you really threw the brakes on me on that one.
Sorry, I just was making sure that you were within earshot.
I am.
Do you see a wolfkin?
I did.
Huh. Interesting.
They were looking at the notice board, and then I think they went through the waystone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But they were in wolf
Okay,
form, so I didn't know who they were.
right now I've sent missives to those of the court that are awake, present.
So, Ophelia and Collie.
Yes.
Cool. Did I show you the totems chest last time we were in the big vault?
No, you didn't.
It's right. I mean, it's the only chest in there that's labeled, but I've been filling it with totems.
Oh, okay.
So if you
Did
ever
we?
need more,
Naomi is still missing logbook 3, I guess. I'm not sure where it's at.
is that the one that I gave you?
Possibly, but I don't know where it's at.
We can go look in the vault. I kind of was organizing the books the other day. It might be in there.
Okay. I looked a little bit and it's not in there.
Is it in your mailbox? Your shulker box of mail?
No, it's not. It's not on me.
Oh. Well.
Oh, very nice.
Logs. This is
There's
2.
1 and 2, but not 3.
Let's see. What is the last date on 2? Weird. It's the one that I gave to you. I don't know what you did with it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Where are you going?
To the bubble.
Okay. I'm curious if it's one of the book and quills.
It is. I found it.
Okay, good. There you are.
She'll be so excited.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what happened to it if me giving it to you resulted in its disappearance.
Yeah. I'm just going back to the waystone and then to the tower.
Okay. Um, having like a fuller court now, is the tower big enough?
I don't think everybody has the second vault, so if we need to move to the second vault, we can do it once there's people available to take people there.
Okay.
I'm so glad I found the logbook. Do 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 do. I'm so glad I found the logbook. Do do do
I
do
am
do 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 do.
very glad you found it too, because I would not know where it would be if not there.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hello.
I think we're still waiting potentially on Arlo and Naomi, but with it being impromptu, I'm sure they'll probably be late or possibly not here at all. And I apologize for not getting letters sent out sooner. I just wanted to make sure that there was a big catch up on all the information that has been going around recently.
All right.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Do we want to wait for them? Or
We definitely can. I'm not sure what time they all are supposed to be waking up, but at least Naomi. I don't know. I haven't heard much from Arlo since last night, so.
is
Also,
he
has
okay?
everyone here been to the second vault? Yeah, I think he is. I think he's okay.
I
I
have.
don't think I've been to a vault before.
I wanted to make sure that you guys all knew where that was, because that meeting room is bigger. Is it okay if I take you guys there?
Of course.
Okay. Did
I
you say you
think-
have or haven't been there?
I do have it.
Okay.
It's just Kali that doesn't.
Okay. Do
Yeah, I
you
don't think
wanna,
I've ever been there.
you wanna lift me up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This was running out.
This was just a little
Scary.
bit bigger. This table is okay sized, and then this one has more space even than that one. So,
It's the same amount of chairs, though.
well, I mean, there's room for more chairs if we need to, though. We could put a chair in
Yeah.
all of the empty spaces with us having a fuller court. Also, it's just a little more official and out of the weather. Ophelia doesn't shake as badly here.
I like that not everybody and their best friend can see us.
Or hear us.
Well, I don't know exactly where we are, but They could maybe hear us.
Possible.
I think the biggest thing is just making sure that if anybody has any information to share, that we all take the time to share it, because there has been information that is getting lost in translation, I think, among myself mostly, but to some degree, all of us.
It's very fair.
Yeah. So once we see Naomi, I definitely have a few things that I want to make sure everyone is caught up on. But if you guys also have stuff that you would like to talk about, this is the time and space for that.
I worry about our current prisoner.
I agree. I think there's a lot of nuances and finer details with the situation at hand, especially being there's so many more involvements. It's not just her alone.
Mm-hmm. Have you come to a decision?
I think we were waiting on Bael to do a little bit more interrogating, digging, potentially.
Investigation. I was going to investigate her place of house, I guess. Place of house and place of business.
Her dwelling.
Her dwelling. And then I also wanted to question Vincent, but that honestly can... I doubt that'll change anything, realistically.
His state has become more and more unstable. Worse than when I last saw him. So I don't know if questioning is a good idea without someone present that he trusts.
Well, we were going to have... it wasn't just going to be me. It was also going to be some Endarians from the court. I don't know who
That's the last
specifically.
person that you should be picking.
Is there someone in specific that would be better?
They're not a part of the court.
Who were you thinking?
Probably Nixie.
Potentially.
Or
But even
myself.
then, I don't believe questioning Vincent will actually change the outcome.
Is he, even with an escort or somebody else present, is he in a stable enough mental state to really even uphold answers to questions at all?
I wouldn't say so. Depends on what you're getting that day.
It's fair. I spoke with Laurenthia yesterday, briefly. They have been investigating the money fairy.
Ooh.
They seem
Oh?
to think that it is Vincent.
Why?
Well, they took the investigation on the portal below Amelia's home and segued it into questioning what she knew about the money fairy, because she had been involved in tracking them. And she seemed to have information that pointed to Vincent, and they are seeking to potentially, I don't know, dole out a punishment for trespassing, as they've been receiving
Interesting.
money fairy gifts within the castle itself.
Yikes.
What kind of punishment?
I'm not sure.
I don't think they're even sure.
Yeah, I think they mostly wanted to come together on information. They wanted to know if anyone within the castle has ever received a money fairy deposit, as it were. And unfortunately, Arlo has received in his office and Bael in his tower.
I've received some from, but it was outside of my house.
And I think Rexaris is worried that it happened within kingdom walls, and even stating that it was in good spirits with it being the deposit of something rather than the taking of something. With us having Jura imprisoned, the idea that they were potentially gathering intel together was brought up.
I see.
And Larenthia actually mentioned something that didn't occur to me until she said it, even with Jura being sneaky and quote-unquote elusive and things like that, that maybe it affected Vincent wanting to be sneaky and elusive. He just approached it differently than she did. I don't know that they would affect each other's actions in such a way, but
I haven't read anything regarding the emotional states being tied. I know that the presence of one another can affect each other, and they can
Why are you staring at me?
not mimic each other, but be protective.
that's understandable.
Their
I don't...
cores are tied. It's like one.
Mm. It definitely did not look like it was going to go well for him from the nether point of view. However, they don't have concrete evidence that I am aware of. I suppose we also now have a location on something called the Purple Light District. Is that what you were saying, Bael?
Correct. Ophelia. Under my tower, there's a cave that I found. And that cave, it goes a little bit, but it's like 250 blocks. And you get directly to the Purple Light District from my tower. Which is not intentional, but, you know, here we are.
I guess I picked a cursed place to live.
Well, in all fairness, I had to dig, like, straight down to get to that cave.
Well,
From
I
my
didn't
tower.
imagine it to be on the surface.
But also, the Purple Light District is connected to the Stronghold as well.
I was just gonna ask you if they were connected, because I remember seeing one purple lantern in the stronghold the day we were down there.
We attempted to follow the Purple Lanterns, and I can't state that I am the best at navigation.
I can show you
but...
exactly how to get to the Purple Light from the Stronghold.
Okay.
Okay. What concerns me, A, is that the Purple Light District is in the overworld, but also B, it's very, very heavily in Darien. When I was taken to look through things, there is a crystalline heart hung on one of the walls.
Yikes. Like an actual part?
I assume so. The entire place has a very eerie, very sad vibe.
A lot of bad things happen there.
Correct.
But I did also notice that even though it is built with Endarian blocks and Endarian style, there is also access to lava and what looks to be the remnants of a lush cave. So it seems to be a place where they've
combined all three
all
realms.
I will also point out that there is surface access. If you follow that lush cave, there is a point where you can get to the surface.
So if people were unknowing, they could stumble on it just adventuring.
Correct. That is how I found it.
Can't say that I love that.
No, that's not great.
Well, it's run down now. You could demolish it. It's on your lands.
I think I would like to potentially subtly see if there's ties. I don't want to demolish something that could be seen as not mine, even though it is on my land. I think that there's potentially
It was a bad place. I don't know if there's any Endarians or Netherians that are holding heart towards it. I think that's a bigger red flag than anything.
On that
don't
note,
disagree.
I know at one point or another, Sundew and Lady Rowena were down there. And I know Sundew was looking for something down there in the blacksmith building that's there. As to what she was looking for, I'm not sure. I know Rexaris has been down there. He found his father was connected to the Purple Light District, and he found something of his father in the room where the crystal heart was. Because I went down there with him. And then who else do I know? I think, to my knowledge, that's everyone that I know of.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
There's more.
You're right, though. The fact that there would still be people with ties to this place does bode a red flag that I didn't fully think through. It worries me that there's that many people still looking through it. I'd be interested to see if there's more and why.
Another thing, when Rexaris was down there, he found this.
Oh. Interesting. I mean, it's not...
It's not a particular, yeah.
Yeah, the Crystallian heart that was on the wall was framed and named. That one.
Rexaris pointed out that when he was down there was a note on the floor, which I think he might have taken, but he also said that the Crystallian heart wasn't on the wall.
Interesting.
When he was there.
So it got moved?
He said he didn't touch it. And when Arlo and I went down there, because when I originally found it, I brought Arlo along with me. That's when it was on the wall. Is when we found it on the wall.
So somebody is actively caring for it.
Why put it on the wall? And if they're caring for it, why not clean up this place? I mean, there's blood on the floor. It's very interesting. I actually had a thought about questioning Jura. Because she seemed very adamant as soon as she learned about Mayrin and I's connection to learn all about it. And I'm assuming she probably knows what the Purple Light District is because of that.
I wouldn't be surprised if every Endarian knew what it was.
It does seem very heavily Endarian focused. I don't necessarily mean to pinpoint one entire realm, but if you go down there, it looks like it's moved straight out of their grounds. It could exist in the end. And
I know why it's very Enderian focused.
hmm.
Crystallians are valuable.
Isn't all life valuable?
They fetch a higher coin.
Why?
I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Think you could
I
put
just
a
know
price on people?
that is exactly what Baelfire did.
Mm.
Oh.
With that bit of knowledge and it being in the overworld, is it a place we should start checking in on?
Possible.
I
It's not exactly hard for me to check in on it.
I mean, yeah, you live rather close to it.
Unfortunately enough, and I know exactly where the surface access is, which is the easiest way to get in. You can't see it from the surface. The cave, there's multiple layers because it's right into a lush cave.
Is there a way to get straight into it?
I can show you the surface access.
Well, I just mean, like, is there a way to get to it without anybody knowing that you're in the overworld? Like, does it have a waystone?
There's a waystone. There is a waystone, yes.
don't love that.
No, people
I
could.
could break it.
Right. I think, in the same vein of thought, that it is time for our knights to start maybe doing some rounds, checking in on, going one direction, stopping at villages, checking in on things, checking in on the Purple Light District, those types of things.
Probably not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm. I'll relay that info to Arlo when I see him next. Is there any information that either of you feel the need to share currently?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, I don't think I have anything to say as she's been busy working on Radiant Craft for these like past couple of weeks.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you've stayed busy enough to not have anything crazy happen.
I did notice yesterday during Kai Night's birthday celebration that Paige was out. I didn't realize Paige was taken out of prison.
So we were able to break her curse, and I've got proof by watching the curse or the trigger word be given and her not have a reaction. So she is no longer a danger, at least that I am aware of.
I see.
Along the same lines of Skylar, Larinthia did mention that one of her citizens stated that Skylar had been visiting Paige at least once.
Oh.
That is true. I need to talk to. Oh, who was it?
Enya, I believe.
Enya.
That's part of why the logbook, I believe it would be in logbook 3, either in 3 or 4. Skylar was on the list until we caught more of a grasp of what was going on, that because they had the trigger word, they were not supposed to be visiting her alone. And it sounded to me like Enya stated that the only outlines that she saw, there were Paige in wolf form, and then another one. She claimed that she heard the voice more than she saw the face, but then she saw, I guess, Skylar leave the castle.
So they were in the castle unsupervised.
Allegedly.
Period? Allegedly, yeah.
Yes, allegedly.
Interesting.
This is all second account
hearsay.
from Larinthia, yes.
I need to do a thorough investigation. I'll be teaming up with Red Stars for it.
Hmm. I want Naomi to... Maybe I'll just end up relaying the information down the line. We also are now aware that goblins are capable of looking like any of one of us. They could be walking around in our friend groups. They could be among us, and we would never really know. So we are in a place where we all need to stay very vigilant.
What would you have us do? How are we supposed to keep relations?
I'm not sure. It challenges the trust that is integral for our relationships to develop, and where I don't want anyone to walk around completely paranoid, I keep your eyes and ears open. I don't know the motivations for what the goblins would still be seeking aside from the throne, potentially, as much power as they can find.
What did your mother do in her sacrifice? What do we know that came of all of their sacrifices? The limited world, the border,
Mm-hmm.
the better ability to help each other, fallen. What else?
The only
Those are-
information that I truly know, as far as Darcy goes, is I don't think that that's something that she would have done willingly. Which is horrible, because it did create a better situation for all of us. But I think whoever got to her was forceful, and I think whoever would be trying to get to me would potentially also be forceful. Every story that I've heard, those that have had interactions with goblins, Zach, Rowena, Arlo, they've all involved some sort of torture.
Experimentation.
Mm-hmm. One of the major points that has been made as of late was that they were collecting blood, potentially. And I think that had something to do with the experimentation. Maybe, possibly, an integral part of them being able to disguise themselves.
Well, what I saw from Arlo's point of view seemed messy.
Mm.
What I read of Helia's, also brutal. I don't know about Rowena, but if they also took her blood, then maybe that helps us narrow it down to just being those of those bloodlines.
Mm. She stated that they definitely have her blood. Zach had a friend named Tatum that was dragonborn. They would also have
I'm just staring at.
his blood.
Why you stare at me, pale man?
I haven't heard of anybody else having direct connections or ties, but
I worry that I worry that they gather in strength and in forces on the other side of the border, if they do still exist. Not
I could
just
see that.
within our walls.
I could see that being a valid worry. I think what worries me the most is so far I don't think that there is maybe but 1 or 2 citizens that I've heard names of that I have not interacted with directly, which means they are manipulative, they're subtle. If there are actual goblins among us in our ranks, they're playing at a game that we might not know until it is too late.
I will say, add on to your point, Ophelia, I have scoured about 80% of the border at this point. Probably more, actually. Closer to 85, 90. And I, just within the sight of the border, I haven't seen anything on the outside that would be cause for concern, but it doesn't mean it's not there. But I just want to report my findings.
With places that are as large as the Purple Light District and as unknown until recently as it has been, is it possible that there are places like that that people are meeting? Or do we think that they're more solitary and scattered?
Being completely honest, I have no idea.
They could have an entire underground civilization that we just haven't found yet.
Maybe it's those 6 ancient cities I found.
6?
They are pretty close in
Yeah.
proximity.
God,
Or was it 7?
I think it was 7. I think the
I'm pretty
final
sure it
count
was 7. Yeah.
that is far too
Final,
many.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
I'll find more probably.
Where did you find those?
Northwest of the castle. They were empty and already looted, like people had been there already. But
Do we think they'd be that close? They'd want to risk congregating that close to us? I feel
probably
like they
not.
would go really far out, or they would find some, I don't know, abandoned village to stay in. It could be anyone who's come back and who hasn't been around. It could have been anyone that's gone missing for longer than a few weeks, depending on. It seemed like it took them a while to actually perfect whatever they were doing with Helia. But once they perfected it, they're like rats. They could spread the information in masses.
Yeah. It's possible you could never see a goblin in true goblin form ever again.
True.
They could all just look like us.
Why are you so casual?
I'm thinking.
It's been around a while. Seen a thing or two.
Seen
What?
goblins?
Yeah.
What concerns
Never
me
mind.
is that there has been a string of events recently that points to an anger, trying to potentially target myself, that feels pointed. And it could just be a very angry citizen, but it also could be activity of something more. I've been trying very hard not to linger into paranoia because I don't think that is helpful, but it definitely feels like there is a larger target, at least on myself, probably on everyone. And I've been trying to follow those strings and see if they lead anywhere. And I don't have any concrete evidence, but I do have suspicions.
Such as?
Well, with the picnic area being blown up and that being only an area where Larinthia and I had been seen publicly, that targets 2 rulers. The island that got blown up would have been Ollie, myself, and Christark wasn't far behind, so that's 2 rulers and an heir. However, the island, at least in my opinion, would have only really been known by the person that was controlling the island village and the person that was with me when we placed the waystone to watch the island village. I don't know who was controlling the village. I do know who placed the waystone, though, and that is somebody that's close to me, that is been with me alone, that I've had suspicions of for quite some time, but there was also suspicions of them just being rowdy and rebellious. I don't think that that necessarily paints them not one of us, I guess. Just dangerous. And that is Atticus.
So do you wish to strip him of his title?
I don't know yet. I don't have a lot of solid evidence. The first time I had ever begun questioning Atticus was when Jura gave me a bunch of information, and I sort of looked into it because it was a he said, she said moment, and Atticus is endearing. If that is something that he did, he's very good at manipulation. And then I have no concrete evidence that it would have been him that would have planted the TNT at the island either, because he went through the waystone first. It would have blown him up also. So if it was him, it was a calculated gamble. If I were to say anything currently, it just would be wildly pointing a finger.
Maybe don't let him close to Jura then?
Possibly. The evidence that Jura provided was a book of her recount of the situation, and she did state that he tried to entice her to act on a rebellion, with her essentially selling him out if that did happen. I don't necessarily think that they would be working together. I think it would be hostile more than it would be friendly. I haven't really seen anybody act with hostility for Atticus aside from some of the Andarians, and they really were only acting on the fact that he had a dwelling within a stronghold that had a portal. Once the portal was broken, the problem kind of resolved itself. He's also thrown himself in front of me in dangerous situations multiple times. And if he is something more than what I think he is, like I said, it's a strong manipulation. It's a mind game.
Mm-hmm.
I worry that the times he's put himself between you and danger were calculated risks that he was willing to take because the threat wasn't actually to you.
It definitely could be a ploy to win favor, I suppose. Making himself look better so that there wasn't suspicion. But again, that could be said for any of us.
Was this true?
I also think it's very strange for somebody that is said to be close to nobility to show up to a coronation in a bear onesie. But again, that could just be as innocent as a bear onesie.
Who are you talking about?
Roinar.
Roynar's been around long enough. He should know better than to wear a onesie to a formal event.
I don't disagree, but again, it could just be as innocent as a onesie. These aren't enough solid points for us to go wildly pointing fingers at people.
Yeah.
There was another thing that was brought up by Larinthia yesterday.
Yes.
And that was, I believe, if I have my information correctly, Mayrin, when she first met Kyron, allegedly, according to Kyron, which I do trust, Mayrin believed Kyron was who Baelfire is, being her old quote-unquote master, and tried to kill Kyron way back when. There's not a lot we can do with this information, because, you know, Mayrin's still, as far as I'm aware, MIA. But it shows how erratic her behavior can be.
Mm-hmm. I also brought up that...
Hold on, the warden's talking to me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Continue.
Unfortunately, Kyron, though I do care for them, and I know Ophelia cares for them, and even potentially Baelfire, is not our citizen. That's not something that I can act on. Larinthia, I do think, intends to act on it. We just have character witness, I suppose, in seeing the way that she's reacted to Belle. And I do think it speaks, again, to the lengths that she is willing to go to exact retribution. She attacked Kyron, I guess, blatantly, before she really even knew who she was looking for. I don't necessarily think she's a threat anymore, at least not to anyone aside from Bale and anyone who stands in between her and getting to him. But I do think that she is dangerous. And I'm not saying it's not necessarily warranted. I'm sure that she has her reasons, but I don't think that that speaks for murder if something were to have happened.
Yeah. Going off what Belle said about the Purple Light District and Crystallians being worth more money or whatever and stuff, if that's something that she went through and like it is where my mind is going, then like I understand why she's done what she's done. But I also know that there's a better way to go about it.
Someone catch me up real quick, please.
Mayrin is dangerous. Murder's not the way to go about retribution. She is warranted in feeling the way that she feels. Unfortunately, the law still stands, etc.
I'll say what I said to Larenthia yesterday. In my eyes, Mary is completely justified in coming after me.
Mm-hmm.
However, if it puts other people in danger, then Mayra needs to be stopped.
Right. That's kind of the way I see it too. Is that I feel like her feeling the way she feels is valid, but that's just maybe not the way to go about it, especially if it puts other people in danger that aren't the person that she's specifically mad at.
I think
Correct.
that she would potentially be willing to go through anybody that safeguarded Baelfire at this point, and I think that is any one of us.
That's where it
Well,
becomes a
except for
bigger
you,
issue for me.
Callie. Guys is killing.
Just
Though,
here.
though I
I'm
don't
just
agree
here.
with Baelfire's actions, I vowed to protect my citizens, and that includes Baelfire and everything that makes him Baelfire.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense to me.
Is there anything else we want to talk about in this meeting?
I think that's most of the information that I had. I'm trying to rack my brain. The only other thing that I can think of really is that there is festivals upcoming, but there's also posters around for that. I'm not sure that I have anything else at the moment.
Did you finish the village's law?
Yes, I was working on that more today. I will have it finished today and probably out tomorrow. Hopefully. And then I'll send a copy around to the other rulers. I guess something that maybe not everybody is aware of. I think everybody at this table is potentially aware, but we also Kristark is currently acting Emperor of the End. Helen, I think, is sick. I think they were missing and then they were sick.
Very interesting.
Yeah, there's something about not being able to see from what I recall from Zach's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Her sight is deteriorated and it was explained as a voidling thing. I'm not sure if Nixie suffers from the same thing. Excuse me.
Interesting.
I didn't know Nixie was blind.
Apparently she's completely blind now. I don't know what happened to cause it. I didn't know it was getting worse. That she's not a patient of mine, nor is Helen, but Rowena described it as a voidling thing. So.
Interesting.
Then it sounds like a voidling thing to me.
Yeah. No doubt.
I do think, circling back to our current prisoner, barring that we find no further implicating information, the ruling will likely be exile from the overworld. It will not be anything beyond that.
I'll look into seeing if I can get Amaterasu around so that I can go digging through Mira's places. But
Okay.
We'll see what I can do. I will obviously report my findings as soon as I
What would that yield?
can. I don't know, but if
Probably,
there's anything,
it's probably good to check to see if she made any copies of any of the books and stuff.
that is true. In her confession, she said that she did not make any of the copies of contracts. However, I don't find that to be believable because, I mean, to be blunt, if I was spying and I found interesting books, I would copy them.
So then does your verdict change? Would it still just be exile?
At this point, no, it wouldn't change. If she were to become a danger, if I were to find evidence that she was gathering this information to use it against me or Ollie or Belle or you, anyone, it might change, but as of right now, it seems that, at least according to her confession, that it was out of, what did she say? Curiosity and paranoia of misinformation. I do think that there are holes in
Interesting.
her confession. However, I don't think that it was with intent to attack or garner an attack on her behalf.
I will say, sorry, not to.
Oh, you're good.
I know the places that she said that she went was the castle, and then she said she also went into the apothecary to try to find patient log but couldn't find it.
That's because I keep my patient logs on me.
Good plan.
Smart.
Worked out.
Now I keep everything regarding the apothecary. My entire office in there is useless.
What were you gonna say, Oliver?
Oh, just that thinking about it, an exile from the overworld is like a pretty big punishment on its own. Like the more that I think about it, the only thing I worry about is how big the overworld is, and like, how do we know that she's not entering the overworld 10,000 blocks away from here, and we just never know about it?
I think the exile, in tandem with having the knights kind of sweep and make rounds, helps at least eliminate some
Increases
that.
the probability of catching her breaking that
Yes.
punishment.
If she were to be found after that punishment is doled out, it increases. But I would like to believe that the mental torture of not being able to gather information that she feels entitled to would play a big enough part in punishment as well.
Right. I would like to think that knowing what her punishment could have been and knowing what she gets off with, that I don't think she would push any more buttons, but you never know with people.
I agree.
I guess give them the rope.
Something we should think about, feel, with this punishment is how are we going to keep our own citizens accountable to this punishment?
Not
Do we
allowing her into the overworld?
Do we punish a citizen that invites her into the overworld, or do we just punish her for coming?
Oh no, you would have to guilty by association.
Like if she were meeting up with somebody somewhere.
For example, if Paige, just using Paige as an example, wanted Jura in Wolvenshire, still part of the overworld,
Right.
we would also be punishing Paige for that.
You would have
Correct?
to.
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to at that point.
So then the secondary thing to that is making sure that all of our citizens know that
She,
Jura will not be welcomed here.
yeah,
Yes.
that will be a very important thing to cycle around to everybody.
Yes.
Perhaps posters?
Sure.
Everyone frequents the notice board.
Just put up like a band poster with her face on it, or like,
I mean, there's no clearer image than that.
yeah,
Unfortunately, the public humiliation is gonna be a second leg to the punishment, but
It's not exactly intended.
gets the word out.
I mean, considering the alternative,
Her
it's
sentence is going
still
to be public anyway.
yeah.
Yep.
Considering the alternatives, I think it's she should just be happy with what she gets because she gets to live.
True. On that note, is there anything else anyone would like to bring to the table?
I would like to ask, if Jura is exiled, what about the stronghold? Since the stronghold is located in the overworld, that's not within our grounds. Would that count as still breaking the crime of exile, or
In my opinion, yes. The overworld, though, or the stronghold, though it may be linked to the places that did harbor Endarian property, i.e., the portals or whatever they are called, the grounds itself still belong to the overworld. If it requires a warp stone, a portal, however, to get here, that is the line, that is the breach. If she cannot walk here or fly here from limbo, so to speak, without warping or portaling or whatever, the overworld is no longer accessible to her without breaking the law.
that would include the overworld stronghold, right?
Correct.
Mhm.
I see. Be best to mention that, I guess.
It would
I
have
can
to be
bring it up
very, very
to
clear.
the Endarian court.
Okay.
Shouldn't you have some sort of meeting with the Endarian court after you figure out her final
Yeah,
punishment?
that was the plan. I think we told Chris Stark that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris Stark and General Amaterasu, they've actually
Yeah.
been very, very compliant.
Cooperative.
Yeah.
Was there anything else?
I think I've said what I need to. Ale, do you have anything?
Not that I can think of.
I can do this like an old ruler. Well, it wasn't a ruler, it was a noble that used to hold these meetings fairly often. Oliver, any comments, questions, or concerns?
No.
Kelly, any comments, questions, or concerns?
I do have a question. What if one of our citizens required to have a trade with Jura, and since usually they do their trade in the overworld stronghold, will we have to ban our citizens from doing any trades with Jura?
No, they can go to the end.
Or use a third party.
I was going to say the Endarian law states that all their trades happen within the stronghold.
She'd have to go through somebody.
Yeah, she would have to get a third party. But again, that's something that
Rowena's
she would have to
business.
figure out, not us.
I see, I see.
We all, because I'm assuming I'm probably gonna be the one bringing the sentence to Jura. Is that correct?
Most likely,
You
yes.
won't let me do it.
You would be the one gathering the remaining
Yeah,
information,
not
and
Mm-hmm.
like I said, aside from potentially finding something that would implicate that she had plans to strike, physically harm, cause uprising of some sort, my sentencing doesn't necessarily change. If we were to find out that her information on Atticus is correct and she was part of a rebellion, that's completely different.
That's all.
I will make sure I tell her then, whenever I do tell her, that the stronghold is still a part of the overworld. She cannot go there.
I'm sure they'll love to hear that. The Enderians love to fight about the strongholds.
The way
They can
I,
fight about it, but
yeah.
I guarantee I'll win the fight.
The way I see
Not a
it,
physical fight.
the stronghold is in the overworld, which makes the stronghold ours. The portal
Correct.
is theirs.
I
Also
agree.
correct. Okay, any more comments, questions, or concerns, Callie?
Nope. I'm good.
Hi, Vessel.
I think I'm good.
I'm good. Ophelia?
I'm good.
I would ask, I'm capable of doing it myself, but if anybody else would be willing to maybe write a short recount and distribute it to Naomi, that would be appreciated. If not, I can
And
work on
Arlo.
it along with, yes, and Arlo. I can work on it along with the laws if needed.
Fair.
Mr. Advisor.
Mr. Paperwork
Probably.
Man.
Mr. Paperwork Man, Mr. Advisor.
I made all your copies. I'm off the hook on
That's
this one.
true. Yeah, you're off. I'll get it done.
Okay. I will be working on
Where does
the
Naomi
other
live?
thing as well. I believe she has a village.
Does she
As of
live
right
in
now.
Lookmummer?
Not. I think she runs the village, but she doesn't live there. As
Okay.
of currently.
'Cause I
She
don't
lives in the
love
castle,
trusting-
doesn't she?
I thought she lived over in the tower.
Yeah.
The one above us.
She
Yeah.
does,
He's-
but she also
Where
has
we
a
are.
village of her own.
I think so.
I don't know.
I can find
This
her room. And
looks
I'll
like
leave the
about
book
the
there.
size of the tower. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the base of
Yeah.
it.
I
I'll
can see that.
leave a book in both of the rooms. I don't trust the mail.
That's fair. I appreciate it. I will get the embassy contract for the Nether written alongside the laws and hopefully have those out by tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I need to. Oh, is there not? Okay. Either you'll come with us to see the surface access to the purple light, or I will show you Oliver another day because you need to have a knight with you at all times.
Okay. I can come with you.
Yeah, come with us.
We can do that
Oh.
whenever.
I did not sit down for you three to get up.
My
So
bad.
sorry.
Jeez. No meeting
Oh, now he's
adjourned or
taking
nothing.
Being adjourned.
All right. Ophelia, are you going to night game?
Yes.
Okay. Are you retiring?
Yes.
Oh,
I will leave you be. Good night.
while you guys are here, there is a chest I've started right there full of totems. If anybody ever starts getting low on them or needs more or whatever, I'm going to keep trying to funnel some into it.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Okay.
Take
Thank
them
you.
as you need them.
I
Much
have
appreciated.
put overflow of magic items, I believe. Yes, in this chest. I didn't label it yet. I apologize.
That's okay.
That is
We'll get it all
a
labeled.
lot of cold stuff.
Yeah, and there's miscellaneous over here. I don't know whose that was, but yeah. So far, it's the really, like the artifact based ones, kind of.
Okay.
The higher tier stuff.
I haven't moved it all over, but
Okay.
If I come across any more, I will know where to put them.
excuse me.
You okay?
Okay. Yeah, excuse me. I do have business to attend to now. I hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. Yeah, we have your rest. You seem very tired.
Thank you.
I hope I wasn't able to help with the area for the birthday.
That's okay. You guys have been putting in hard work on all the things. The building is just secondary. It's just confetti.
Yeah. Well, I'll excuse myself now.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm assuming you guys want to go ahead and go to the surface access area.
If you're
Yeah.
okay with that.
That's fine.
At very
Good
least,
night,
I'd like to
Ophelia.
see the district
Good
itself.
night.
Be safe. Okay. Let's. You guys both have everything to my tower, the waystone.
Maybe.
Baelfire
Yes.
Tower.
You might have to lift me up. I don't think I have it.
Oh, pick me up. I got it.
Okay. Oh.
God. Sir.
I had to hide it.
Good Lord.
Also, let's get in. Do you want to make a space?
Yeah.
Hi, Vessel.
Yes, I can do it, yeah.
I had to hide it. Just a huge hole in my floor.
That's also this is the strip mine that I go down to that connects to the cave.
That's fair.
That goes straight to the purple light. But best way to do this is if you want to come out here, airlines.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
This is the best way to do this, genuinely. You want to
gotta
crouch.
put it on his head first.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm so scared of this, by the way.
It's
Hey,
fine.
now-
It's
Now put your
genuinely very
totem
safe.
back in your hand.
Yeah, put the totem back in your hand. There you go.
All right.
And also, as the person in the front of the boat, you can move the boat around, like pivoting, so you can see a little better. Because we are going this way. There you go. Off we go.
Oh God.
Also, I have word on my tower.
Turn this around.
We're going this way.
I've never rowed a boat on someone's head before.
It's actually like straps to my back right now.
I feel very secure.
I don't. I'm glad one of us does.
There are not seatbelts in this boat. Okay, we gotta wait for it to
Yeah, I was gonna say the world
like
is moving
my
real slow.
vision. Yeah, my vision is a little bad right now. But I gotta remember where it is. I'm pretty sure it's right over here.
I need some of these mushrooms. I'll have to come back for
Is
these.
this it?
Oh, yeah. That was part of what we needed. I've got so
This-
much building to do.
Oh, this is not it. Here's somewhere
Also,
to-
if the purple light district connects to a lush cave, I'm looking for spore blossoms.
Not it. Yeah, there's plenty of sport blossoms there.
Good, because we need those for the birthday venue.
This is it. All right, we're going down. Hold on.
Oh God.
This is the cave.
How many years have you been a pilot? Oh God.
I will not be answering any questions during this time.
Do you have like peanuts or popcorn or anything?
You have to pay for anything, but also you have to catch it.
Oh God.
Okay, so you go through here,
Oh, I see.
hop down here,
Oh, I seen 2, 3. Oh, there's at
you
least.
go through here. Yeah,
Oh
you
man.
go up this way into here.
I'm getting a little car sick.
We're almost there. We're just going around this corner, and we are here.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh.
God, I hit a drip leaf. That was terrifying.
Yeah, no, I felt the turbulence on that. That was not great.
All
This
right,
is-
and here is the waystone.
This is.
You've arrived at your destination. Please
Crazy.
rate 5 stars.
You got it.
You got. Yep, there you go.
Wow.
I would advise collecting the waystone. This here, actually, I will show you guys the other way from the stronghold,
Okay.
if I can
Okay.
remember. But this does lead to the stronghold.
Lovely.
So they have like just free and clear active access.
The one in the stronghold to here is hidden.
There's no way that there's people not still actively coming here for something. There's no way.
Well, come with me.
It doesn't look
Have
even
you seen-
slightly abandoned.
Have you both seen this before?
This is the 1st
I've
time I've been here.
I snooped around with Arlo a little bit yesterday, but not to
Okay.
any great extent.
I would like to show Oliver. Let me just double check. Okay, yeah, there's no one here. We're alone. It's in here. There's nothing in that book. It's this white carpet right here. This is the little bunker.
That's like not even well hidden. White carpet would have been
No,
the
it's
first
not.
one I checked.
I saw this, and we broke through it, Arlo and I, and there's an obsidian bunker, so we looked for the entrance, and it was right there. Go ahead.
Oh.
Unless you don't want to, in which you can stay up here. Okay.
I was gonna say, please don't stay up there by yourself.
I would have stayed up there, but this
I
is the
saw
room.
this yesterday, so it's not.
This is the Crystallian Heart.
Oh.
Please, no touchy.
You know, that's like
Yeah, Rexara says this wasn't on the wall
weird.
when he came here. And he also found it because I believe this had something to do with this room had something to do with his father. Especially considering the obsidian.
This room looks like Arcanic. There was a similar room in Arcanic with the trellises on the wall.
I would love to not be in this room for that long, though.
Is Rexaris' dad also Banshee?
I believe so.
Why would he
I
make
believe
this?
his father was a noble.
Why would he make this room out of obsidian?
So that other people couldn't find him.
I guess that's fair.
Because I believe
Making it out of
if you know your own weaknesses, then you know the weaknesses of others.
I guess that's true, but also making it out of obsidian. Get out of there.
I was trying to close the door.
See, it looks to me like a holding cell.
Kind of.
The only reason I don't think it's a holding cell is
door's
because
not
of the
locked.
easy access. Yeah.
Mm.
It wouldn't hold very well. Well, this place is crazy. This doesn't
This
look
is
even
the
slightly
blacksmith.
abandoned.
That I guess Sundu had interest in of trying to find something.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's an Eternium hammer in this barrel.
Is there?
Yeah.
I didn't look in here. Hmm.
And a Thalassium one, or whatever it is.
Yeah. And then the main attraction. I'm not sure if you explored
This is
it
the
at
building
all.
that gives me the heaves. This one does look abandoned.
This, I believe, is the Crystal Heart.
Excuse. Want to get into an archer fight? with
The
a guy
building
like me?
itself is called the Crystal Heart?
I think so. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I don't go through the boarded door. I go through here.
Yeah, this one looks far more abandoned than anything else down.
It is advantageous for you both to see the inside of it.
Oh. Excuse.
Stop touching things.
For the most part, it looks like a hotel or maybe
You know, this
a lounge.
this
But I mean, yeah,
definitely
this is just
has
this is a
like
lounge.
has a lobby vibe.
Yeah, but if you do go this way, I will say there is nothing here of note. However, if you go through here, under the stairs, there's a locked door, but I don't care about locked doors.
Locked doors, schmocked doors.
This is where the things happened.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If you both would rather not look down here, that is completely fair.
I feel like I have to.
I looked around a little bit yesterday also.
This is just like a fucking brothel.
A little worse. Because the people that were,
Not here voluntarily.
yeah, Mayrin included.
Interesting. Why is there a hole in the wall?
I'm not sure. This was here when Arlo and I found it. Oh, hey.
The part that really stuck with me, I can't remember where it was. Arlo and I came exploring a little bit. There was a section that looked like there was another room, potentially. Like there was
Where?
carpets. I can't remember. I know we went through the hole, and then there... Oh, it's over here.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, there's a trap door.
Yeah, why is there just like random
No, it's just lava down there.
wool spots back here?
we consider breaking under them?
Ophelia
done.
is concerned and says not to touch or remove anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, no, it's probably best that people don't know that we're looking around down here
Yes.
in case they
Oh, there's a
are
lot of zombies out there.
still doing stuff down here. Good work,
We
pizza
should go.
boy.
Thanks. Back to the castle?
Yes,
You
please.
wanted to show us the stronghold entrance.
Oh, true.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
go to the
yeah.
stronghold. See if I can remember it.
So I was
Okay, let's see.
very suspicious of the purple light right here.
Over here. I think it's this way.
So it's not the one with the purple lanterns.
I could be completely wrong. I think I am wrong. Hold on. I know what I'll do. You guys go back to the waystone.
Might have to warp stone back to the waist.
Do whatever you gotta do.
Oh look, more skulk.
Greatly.
We came down here and cleaned it up once. Yeah, no, there's purple lanterns right here. These are what I was suspicious of.
Yeah.
Because they're the only purple ones in here.
Okay, hello.
Hi.
It's the other way. This way. You follow the torches.
Oh,
Oh, that's not conspicuous at all.
I mean, I guess there's kind of torches everywhere.
Into this room. And right here.
Oh.
This goes straight
This
back
takes
to the
you
purple
back
light.
down in there. It's also wrapped in obsidian.
Correct.
Interesting.
See, like, this isn't even just like a district built in a cave. This is like a manufactured room.
Yes.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
Gives me bad vibes.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't love it.
What's going on over here?
She wants me to look over a contract. Would you like to stand witness?
Yeah,
Don't answer for me.
I'm answering for me. I don't care what you do.
Okay.
You think that is going to help right now?
I have other things I need to get done.
Guess we're not leaving
Okay.
the group.
Farewell.
Now we're leaving the group.
Sorry. I was running around a little bit.
This is right.
Pause.
Pause. I'm short now.
Mhm.
You should probably go before you kill another one of my wolves right now.
I apologize.
Did what?
It's okay.
It
Just
bit me. My explosive power then reacted to it. I apologize.
I know. I don't blame you. Just
Yes, I'll leave. Hold on.
That's one
You
way to do it.
okay?
I'm alright. It was Koi was the first member of my guard.
I remember meeting and hearing you speak of Koi. I'm so sorry,
Should
Paige.
be safe now, I believe.
Is that the one that was with you when we were lava fishing?
Yes, the overexcitable wolf.
No, Wolf almost died so many times.
The overprotective one that kept trying to push everyone away from the lava.
Yeah, such a good pupper.
We can do this another time if we need to.
What is best will. He has already signed the contract. I just wanted it to be looked over again
Okay.
to make sure.
Yeah.
And I also have another contract with Nixie prepared but not signed.
It's those things.
Why does my star have to remind me of that? Coin means mother's tale.
Mhm.
This looks wonderful. It's very well done.
That is good, I'm glad. There's also this one, it hasn't been signed yet by Nixie, but I also had asked Baelfire. I did not know what the rules were for a person from another realm selling in the overworld, but he said it should be fine as long as the contract is alright.
Aw. That one's also very well done, and I can tell that you care very deeply for Nixie.
She's become a very good friend, I think.
Good, I'm glad.
I do have something I would wish to discuss with you privately, but that can be left for another time if you are busy.
Okay, I'm not incredibly busy. I'm trying to finish the birthday area. I'm behind on building, and I'm afraid it's not going to get done in time.
It'll get done. Have faith.
I left Kyanite's birthday area to the night before, and it was a lot.
Yeah.
I think I am more than willing to help with building.
I can't hear.
Necessary. Apologies. I'm trying to keep my distance for obvious reasons. If needed, I am more than willing to aid with any building.
Okay. The High Lady, Larenthia, also mentioned that she was willing to help as well. So I'm hoping if I need the extra hands, potentially including yours, we can get it all wrapped up. But I can let you know for sure.
Understood. Well, always willing to help.
Thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. Potentially after I get everything all situated, maybe tomorrow we can have a discussion if you need it.
Tomorrow would be fine.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, all right, Ollie, let's go see what we need to get done.
Okay.
I can't believe Koi died.
Yeah. The stallions be crazy.
So true.
Also, like, wolves aren't super strong, but, like, it's still really unfortunate.
Yeah.
So, what else is it that you're looking to accomplish? What is this?
It's a game!
Oh, guess the block?
Yay! Oh, Larenthia did ask for the intellectual permission to put up a Connect 4 game.
Okay.
I
I
told her that I'm sure that you would be honored to have one of your games featured.
I do not own Connect 4. I just made it.
Hello, Halogen.
Hi, sweet boy. I can no longer see your name tag. It makes me quite sad.
Hemlock's over here. Hello, Hemlock.
Oh, I'm inside you. Hello. Never seen a sniffer's guts before.
Is this David? Is David back?
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to go get him.
Well, there was only one here before. Now there's two.
No, there's a couple.
Oh, this sign got moved.
The donkey's dancing.
Dancing donkey. Dancing donkey.
Oh. hold on. I got this. Pose.
Uh,
Turn up your nose, strike that pose. Hey, Macarena. There you go.
Am I
Oh,
handsome?
I didn't get you one posing like that. Do it again. Wow. Got it.
Wonderful. I love it. It's beautiful.
Indeed.
Let's wander around and see if there's any more things that Naomi has.
She's been very busy. Did you ever name your axolotl?
Huh? I haven't yet. I need to.
I have an anvil in my backpack.
Okay. I'm supposed to name it Medium T.
Why?
Because Baelfire has one that is Big T and Little T, and he wanted this one to be Medium T.
Seems a little weird for him to tell you what to name your birthday axolotl. Oh, hello, horse.
Do you think if I put him in here that he would be okay?
Probably. I think that's
He's so cute.
the idea, is that he's supposed to be in there.
I love him. He's wonderful.
Why is he just in the corner? There you go, buddy. Why are you going back to the corner? Stop it. Swim around. Enjoy your freedom. You no longer live in a bucket.
Oh, he really likes that corner.
Okay, well, enjoy your time in the corner, friend.
Oh, I needed to send this back to Naomi. Ba 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 ba.
Oh, where are you going?
To the Overworld Castle, to the mailbox.
Okay. When we're not grouped up, you just kind of warp stone away from places, and I never know where you're going.
Naomi. Lady Naomi. Okay.
Nailed it.
Solid.
Good work, as always.
Okay, birthday area. Now that I have all the information, I am off to finish laws and things like that. So I will see you guys later.
Hey, are you going to the bubble?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come out there for a second.
Okay. There's too many uhs. They confused me.
Oh, I know. I'm half tempted to remove them because I don't think I'll ever need most of them again. That or people just gotta care a little more about their waystone names.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be out here just writing laws?
I'm probably going to rest so that I can access my mind palace to do it.
Okay.
And then I'll come back and write them into books.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to that lush cave outside the PLD and try and collect some spore blossoms.
Okay, sounds good.
So if I don't come back, you know where to look for me.
Okay,
Hey.
sounds good. Okay, bye.
Bye. Wow. Died anyways. What a nerd. These guys want to spar with me. Okay. Get wrecked, fellas. Gotta get these spore blossoms first. Hold on, Olivier. I'm busy. Ooh. No bucket? What? What? Some blacksmith I am. I don't even carry buckets with me. Skeletons. What do we got? 8? Eight's not bad. I'll take 8. Oh, a little brown one. Hello, friend. Alright, let's put our... We're gonna plant these. Who are we if not good for the environment? Rude. Sir, I swear. I'm not the person you seek. I will not be the Baelfire to your Mayrin. No chance. Oh, that was rather rude. Okay, let's head over. Shall we? No. Found an easy one. Yay. Chris. Okay. Let's go back to the castle. If you look closely, it's a wild Olivier in the wild.
Hello, how are you doing, Aldi?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. It's been, just taking care of business one day at a time.
Oh, I feel that. It's business all the time.
I know, this life is very busy.
Indeed.
But, no, I was just getting my, pass in order because, I do not want to be, doing anything strange. So I was going to follow up with everything.
Yeah.
How has life been for you?
It's been pretty good. Interesting most of the time, but that's just the way it is when you're a curious young pup like myself.
That is true.
How have things been for you?
They've been okay. I've been, I guess I can, I believe you are part of the Overworld Court now, or you made an error.
Yeah, I was.
Congratulations, that is so exciting.
Thank you.
But I wanted to confirm because part of my business has been very much dealing with a certain Shrieking of old. And so I've been spending much time with him, and he's been helping me sort through a few things on my own. Just been, good. But
good.
it's also very, nerve-wracking. But, otherwise it has been not too shabby. Just kind of taking, as I said, every day, one day at a time. And otherwise it's just, I don't know. I've been taking care of my animals and getting signals together.
Very nice.
And eating. So, yeah.
Well, good.
Okay. I've got my pets, and Paige says that she is waiting at the Wolfkins Waystone for me.
Cool. Well,
Are you willing to come over, or are you doing something first?
Oh, no, I just came here because I thought you might be here doing exactly what you were doing.
That is very true. Well, very good predicting.
I'm getting pretty good at that.
Right. It's good. My two Wolfkins.
Okay.
Hello. Look what I ran into when I was at the castle paying for my tour. He was there waiting for me.
He found me.
You found me. I did not find you.
Yeah, I was going to say, technically, you were there waiting for me.
Well, okay, but I did not expect you to be there. It was not waiting with anticipation for you.
I honestly don't know why I went there first. Just habit, I guess. I thought you might be
now
there.
You're gaslighting me.
No gaslighting.
Okay. Hello, Paige.
Hello.
Sorry that I couldn't make it to Kai Knight's party.
It was alright. It was
Some
very last
things
minute.
came up. Well, you gave me a heads up. It is a very strange night overall, but fortunately nothing strange at the same time. So, but I hope she had a very good time.
I think she did.
Good.
At least I hope so.
It is nice. Okay, so where is this sparring area you've made?
Well, I realized it is in the sunlight.
Oh,
Well, you know,
no.
that is okay. You know, it is something else that is always very important is I will not always be able to be in a place where I can see properly. So I think this is alright. You know, it is good practice.
If you say so.
You're gonna
It is up
fight blind?
the same hill on the as my home.
Okay, gotcha. So it is somewhere else this way.
Mhm.
Good. No, it's like I can still see technically within close distances. To be fair, in your snowy area, it's actually very easy because it's just lots of light, so it is very clear. There's not a lot of noise.
Oh, I see. That is good.
Yes. But besides, the sun feels nice on my face. You know, it is always so comforting.
Always good to get a little bit of sun once in a while.
Exactly. I know some voidlings really dislike it, but I don't know. There's just something about it that always feels so appealing.
I enjoy the sun very much.
I know. The only thing that's bad about it is I feel like I never get a tan, no matter how much time I spend here. Sometimes it is just bare pale.
Ooh. This is quite the training grounds here.
No,
It's decent.
I'm glad. I wish I could tell, but I cannot see that far. I have to go
Well,
hard in the circle and see if I can see all the
but,
parts of it.
Just take my word for it.
practice during the day and during the night as well.
That
Help
is fair.
you fight against harder to hit targets, I suppose.
That is true. No, I think that is understandable. But cool. No, and thank you for being willing to meet with me for this. Like I said to you, and I said to you as well, only wherever you are there. I can see you.
I will get close so you can see me.
I appreciate it. You know, I never mind being close to you. You are so soft.
Oh, well, thank you, sir.
Of course. But what is it? So I'm going to be going on an expedition soon. Which actually has something to do with some things that I told you about. Which I know I want to tell you in more detail, but I also know you are recovering. I don't want to burden you. I am fine. Everything is good. I am in good hands. But it would be something I'm going to do soon. And so I figured it would be good to prepare myself because it's been a while since I've been fighting properly in the military. And, you know, I know you said that you are strong and capable too. So
I am a bit out of practice due to constantly just building and also 2 weeks in jail. But
you know, that is fair.
hope
I
I
can
will-
understand.
I hope that I can help you practice.
Of course. And, you know, I think it is very kind of you. We can either do it one of two ways in my head. Either we can go in full armor with weapons, you know, get that sort of practice. I also know that sometimes the best way to get to test stamina and endurance is just to go in the sort of wrestling. You know, we take our armor off, we just fight, you know, with our fists, see who can manage to get the better hits in. That way it is completely even field instead of, you know, people having better weapons or better armor. It's up to you though. I am happy to take either method.
No weapons or armor is fine with me.
Okay. Cool. Is there a place potentially we could put them down around here?
Yes, there are chests in the armor stands here.
Okay, cool.
Use
Then I'd
that
be
one,
happy.
I use this one.
Okay, perfect. Nice, you very clearly thought this all out, which is nice. Cool. I'm going to take off my jewelry as well, because I do not wish for that to be anything strange. Okay.
You
And then
fancy
I was not
bird.
planning on any apples or anything. Yeah. Oh, it has gotten dark enough that I can see. Oh, you're right. This is nice. Oh, but the only bad thing now is your wolf. Now you have less health, no?
No, we're the same.
good.
We're just smaller.
Okay. That is fine. Okay. Right, I've taken off all of my armor. I'm putting my weapons away. You can see that they are there, Oli. I still have all my other items though, because it does not matter. I've turned off my snowfall, so I do not have any extra advantages.
Why do you have a warden helmet?
What?
I said, why do you... Yeah.
That is, I do not know.
Oh.
Actually, well, I can tell you more about it later.
Okay.
But okay, all right. Are we ready for potentially doing some sparring?
I am all good.
Okay, perfect. All right. Then we shall do it. And I suppose since we are doing it not totems, it just means when the person falls, we just make sure that we clear and that we allow people to pick it up. And does that work for you?
That works for me.
Okay, all right. And only you have to make sure that nothing bad happens.
Yeah. I can do that, I
Alright.
think.
Cool. All right.
That is not a very confident answer.
Well, I can do that. Positively can do that.
All right. Then let us do this. Ready? Okay. Then.
Oh.
Goodness. All right. Okay. Oh, sorry. That was my instinctive.
All right.
Oh, you are fighting nice well. You have very good area coverage. There we go. Okay. Dang it. All right. Oh, nice. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
Look at
It's
you
okay?
up
We're
there
good?
in the air.
We're good? All right. Okay. No worries. Okay. Also, I'd like to think this is, I always like to know that people pick me up when I fall. So, thank you for that. You have officially proven that you do not want to kill me. Thank you.
Nobody will die today.
Exactly.
Today, ever.
Well, eventually we gotta get old and die. It happens to all of
This was
us.
true.
Okay,
Do you have
I'm not
any
anytime soon.
food types that you can eat in this farm to be to heal yourself up? What does that mean?
No. I
Okay.
do not. Oh. Thank you, Oli.
I'm not sure
do.
how many that was. I just threw a couple.
5. It is okay.
If you need more, let me know. I have a bunch.
I do not take
There
much
was a-
damage, so I do not really need healing
Oh,
right now.
I see.
Oh.
So perhaps I am a bit weaker than I was expecting. My
it is
flesh is a
okay.
bit
Subtle
not
brag.
very capable.
No.
I suppose
hit
that is
you
okay.
landed was good.
Well, that is good. You are very nimble as well. I was quite impressed. Skeleton, pardon me. Excuse me. We're in the middle of a
Oh, I don't have my weapon on me.
It ran away. He ran away from you.
Oh, right. We are wolves, so this.
Oh, so he does not like that? Oh,
No.
that's pretty cool. I did not realize that.
Oh, you have an arrow in your.
Oh, you've
Oh,
been
did I?
shot. This is
Oh,
horrible.
this is okay. It is alright.
Yeah, it's in your
It's,
neck.
adds a bit more character. It is fine. Okay. Shall we go again?
Yes.
Okay, this time I'll try my best to. Well, I don't know. I'm not trying to. I want to do my best. I will do my best. I promise. Okay. I will let you go as the first hit this time since I got the first hit in before.
Oh, I see.
Alright. There we go. Okay. Fall back a little bit. Oh, damn it. Okay. Alright. Okay. Oh, dang it. You got from behind. Nice. Good work. Okay. Ah, nice. Good work. Okay. How close were you better that time?
You took 4 from me.
Goodness great. I'm doing horrible then. No,
I
it
did
is.
a little bit with the dodging, don't worry.
This is good, I suppose. I just,
To
you
be
know, perhaps
fair,
this was a.
we're hard
Yes.
to hit when we're small.
You know, that is not a bad thing, though. In case, were to come across, I I actually realized this the other day because for the longest time, I used to think that I had been attacked by a chicken jockey a long time ago, a zombie riding a chicken. And it's probably true that at one point I was, but I've not fought one in a very long time. But in case I ever do, they are very small and very mischievous, so it is better to be at least a little prepared, I think.
Yes, the little zombies are very hard to hit. I have found
Exactly.
quite annoying.
All right, my health is back to normal. Is yours good to go?
I am good.
All right, we should do it again. And maybe this time I will need to be stronger. Otherwise, I feel it's better. It's good. I'm glad I'm practicing now because clearly I am out of practice. All right. Then we shall go now. Okay.
Ah.
All right. Okay. Oh, it's a bit out there. Okay. Take it up. All right. Okay. Oh, nice.
You know, Paige's hits are doing significantly more damage than yours are.
Yes, I've noticed it as well. I feel like I'm doing not very much damage, which is not is interesting. Perhaps voidlings are not as good at using their fists.
I was watching, and your hits were doing 1, and hers were doing 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is strange. And you took off all your jewelry, yes?
Yes, I made sure of it.
Interesting.
Weird.
You know, I used to wrestle all the time with Zach, and he always had a bit of an upper hand. But I never thought much about it because I just figured, he was stronger fists. My strength has been now on my, my broad shoulders. I can, I have a bit more gusto when it comes to holding heavy things. But perhaps I just not have enough emphasis to put in my fists. I don't know.
Well, only one way to get better, I suppose.
I guess that is all. Continued practice.
It could also be when you jump and hit at a certain point, it does do more.
Correct. It's a technique I'm not as familiar with. Okay, then perhaps we can do at least 1 more, 2 more, perhaps, and then we can call it there. Or at that point it'll be the daytime, so then you can have a bit more different choice.
I'm fine to continue. I've been forced to take today as a rest day, so I don't.
Oh, I see. So you're feeling a bit bored, perhaps.
Yes. Though much has happened today, that is unfortunate.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, the tragedy.
I mean, sometimes having a lot of things is very tricky. But, once we do our sparring, perhaps you and I can take it. Even just, oh, there we go. The sun is gone. Or is up. But it's okay. I can still see you. It would be good practice for me to get my senses in order. Okay. All right. Then let us go. You might turn into a human by the time we finish, but we'll start off. I think you get to go first this time. Okay. Oh, there's a... Oh, goodness. Okay. Okay. Oh, dang it. Okay. It's a phantom, I think.
Since you are consistent, it consistently take about 4 for me each time.
Okay. Good to know. Oh yeah, and then you are now your beautiful self in both forms. Oh no, so it's very lovely. With your strapping. Also, I like how you always wear something very suitable. Like all of your outfits are very fleek.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I surely
Not that yours aren't as well, Paige, but it's very dapper. Let's see, where's the stuff? I do not know the directions right now because I did that memorized.
Oh no, he's lost in the open.
Which way is it? Left or right?
Right.
Oh, right there. Hello.
Follow me.
Okay. Thank you. Is this all here? Okay, cool. Did I bring in the food? I did not. Oh no, I have cheesecake. I am very blind. I didn't see my own inventory. I have it right there.
Are you gonna try and survive on cheesecake?
Well, yeah, well, it is what? Oh, that is impressive. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, Lenora
Chicken
cooks
wrapped
food for us.
in bacon with noodles?
Yeah.
Wow, that is exquisite.
It's one of the few
I
things we can eat in Wolf Farm.
Goodness gracious, that is delicious. Well, I have to enjoy some of that. But, oh yeah, one moment. I need to say goodnight to a voice in my head, but then I will be ready to continue our sparring.
Of course.
Such an interesting character, this Olivier. Speaks to
Said it
voices
like
in
he
his
is
head.
not here. I talk to the stars.
That's fair. It's I
started
understand
a
talking to
graveyard.
stars more than voices in your head.
I started a graveyard over there.
Oh no. Because of the tragedy that has been struck upon you today?
Yes, it'll be next to the village graveyard. It'll be for the wolf guard.
Oh. Well, it's very honorable that you're giving them proper burials.
It is only right. They died helping me.
Yeah. Was a very protective fella.
Too protective sometimes.
Yeah, put themselves in danger quite often.
I would sometimes joke that just because his name means mother's tail does not mean he needs to be up my ass.
That is very
Who is
fair.
up your bottom? What do you mean, a donkey?
No, Koi, my first member of the wolf guard, died today.
Yeah.
Oh no. This is
Yes.
very tragic. Was there a battle of some sort?
Unfortunate Crystallian.
Oh no.
It is alright
Well,
though. It was an accident, so
Yes, even so. But I know that it's not easy. You know, every member of our family, whether they be able to communicate the same way we do or not, is still very precious. I know that for a while when I thought my sleep mask had gone away, I got very scared until I all found out they were all trapped inside of a tree. Zach found them all. But I get very worried. So I understand how it is. I'm terribly sorry.
it is alright. He was always over eager to protect me, so
That is understandable. You know, I will have to think if there's a gift I can get for him in memory.
I placed a bone at his grave.
Oh. I think that's a very worthy memorial then. Alright, well, I've talked to the voices in my mind, so I'm all good now. Or the voice, rather. There's only one. There's one voice. None of the rest of them are around right now. It's just the one. But now, she is also going to bed. So now I am voiceless for now, I think.
I understand.
It is a very complicated relationship.
No, voiceless? I just heard you talk.
Well, no, I am not voiceless. Are you talking to somebody else?
No, I was talking to you.
Oh, well, I knew that of course. I meant, you know, you have a voice as well, and so does Paige. But, you know, it is sort of like the subconscious brain elements, you know?
Oh,
Sometimes they have different thoughts.
your internal dialogue.
Exactly.
I see.
Sometimes they sound...
Sometimes the stars speak back, and sometimes they do not. Same
That is
thing.
true. Exactly. No, I understand.
I am also
Oh.
starting to understand. I will try talking
that
to the
is,
stars one day.
You know, I'm sure they might... You know, you are very friendly. I feel like you could make a very good friend of the stars very easily.
Oh, yes, I heard you wanted to go to the moon.
Yeah,
You want to go to the moon?
I do. It
Perhaps,
seems like such a cool place.
That would be pretty nice. You know, I bet if I tried very hard with my voidling flight abilities, I eventually could get there. If you ever want me to take you on a trip.
I tried to get there once with my Elytra, but I used many rockets and still did not get any closer.
Oh,
I think
so
it's
sorry.
further away than I think it is.
That is, you know, that is fair. I wish we knew how far they are. You know, we have the sun and the moon, but they are both so. You know, it feels like from here. You know, you look at them and the size never changes. You know,
Yeah.
they're always like was like far pixels big. So it's like, what would it'd be no different. Perhaps if they are closer, would they be bigger or smaller? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna find
I
out
know
one day.
when I first got to the Overworld
I
one day.
wish you luck. Though I do
Because
not understand it, I wish you luck.
It's just what I want to do.
I know.
It'll
I think
happen.
you can achieve it.
Yes,
I believe in you, Ollie. Dreams are meant to be achieved.
that's what I've been saying.
Good policy.
Indeed.
Well, while we have the daylight, let's practice.
Yes, we can do a little bit more. And then, we can take a break and then we can let Ollie go back to whatever business you were attending to before you decided to come here to referee for us. Thank you.
I just was picking spore blossoms.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
I
Are
believe in
you...
Arlos.
Ooh. It is snowing.
It's snowing.
You know what is interesting? I can see the snow quite well, even amidst the roses. It is very pretty.
I love when it snows.
It's so cool.
It
It
seems
doesn't look very sparkly.
very peaceful.
No, it is. No, if I had a shovel, we could have a snow fight. But
Snow
that
does
is
not do
okay.
any damage.
That is true. But it's okay. So this is better. It's good for practicing your range.
This is true.
But all right, are we ready?
We're ready.
Was it me who hit first or you last time?
I think I did.
Okay, then I shall try again. Okay. See your name. Hello. There you are. Okay. Interesting. You are not doing as much damage to me in this farm as you were as a wolf.
Interesting.
Makes
Perhaps.
sense. Teeth, claws.
Yes. See, you have to go around this side. Okay.
Oh.
You're right. Okay.
Yes, I am good.
I just
Okay.
tested it on the dummies, and we do less damage as humans.
Interesting.
I did not know this. This is new information.
Well, now I feel a bit. At least I feel a bit. I feel more secure now. I was worried that I was very weak for myself, but perhaps it was simply because you're just much stronger as a wolf.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay. This is good knowledge to have. I did not realize. I feel informed now. It is one of the benefits you have of having multiple farms. You have one that is a bit more, able to see around and go places. But then when you are, at night, you have the ability to do more damage and
Are harder to hit.
exactly, you have a bit more agility.
Mhm.
It's not a bad thing. Oh yes, I should be eating these lovely noodles. They're so nice. Oh, the bacon is. This is not terribly. It's quite fresh.
I think
It is
that was
actually
the
pretty
first time
fresh.
I've ever been downed.
Oh,
Wow.
right. I like it.
Olivier, do
No, it's
you
fine.
have slow fall?
I do technically, yes, if I use it.
But it's not a thing you have to do all the time?
No, it is. If I crouch, then it enables it. But if I remember not to crouch, then it works.
Okay. I was curious if maybe that was what was making your hits a little bit weaker.
No, it is a good consideration. Sometimes it can make an impact, but I'm not very good at doing the critical moments. Something that Baelfire tried to teach me a long time ago, but I have not done a very good job of it.
He's very good at those.
Agreed. But it just takes time and practice.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we try again?
It is about to be
Alright.
night.
Okay, then we shall do it. You can hit the first hit. I think the little dog's got a bit upset about that. I had them gargling.
Yes, they don't know the difference between
Hello,
aggressive
factor.
sound and
Oh, I see. I think it's over, yeah. Oh, goodness.
Oh.
right.
Oh,
Okay.
Those
Very nice.
sneaky phantoms.
Agreed. They are very tricky sometimes. They're trying to get you extra hinted.
yes, I
What is
could
this?
hear my heartbeat in my ears.
Oh,
They got me down enough.
that is. I mean, I guess it's a good thing, but also very scary too. I think something I did not realize as well. To be fair, even though it is nice to have the better range of distance, there's actually some of the benefit with my narrow vision because I'm not distracted by other things. It was much easier to make you out when it was a one-on-one fight because I could tell you where you were. Everything else was sort of, negated. So
I see.
That actually makes
Something-
sense.
yeah, it's something I did not ever think about. I mean, hopefully I would never need to be in a one-on-one scenario anytime soon, but it's good to know that it can add a bit of advantage when there's a lot of things around.
Yes, I am helping quite a few people get stronger. I know I'm going to be teaching Skylar to fight properly.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
He's interested in that sort of thing?
He seems to be worried about something happening, so he wants to get stronger.
Oh,
And whenever we did I sparred him to prove a point, and I did pop his totem.
gotcha.
So we are doing that, and then I am teaching Kyanite Rogue.
Oh, okay. Very nice. No, it is, it's good to have a bit more bodily capability. I appreciate what magic can offer, but it is not something I prefer to do on my own. I much prefer to use my brute strengths or, other strategies to be able to win a battle.
Same with me, but
Yeah.
I'm very weak in long range.
Oh yes, I used to be better with the bow, but I once I think I found my preferred weapons, it was easier just to focus on them rather than using the ranged. If you get close enough to an enemy, then you don't even worry about getting to shoot them from afar.
It probably also helps with your vision in the sunlight, being able to fight close range.
Right? No, because otherwise you cannot very well aim at things from far away when
Yeah,
you
you
cannot
just-
see too close.
You just would be shooting in the dark.
Yeah, most of the time when I was in the Overworld during the war, it was very easy to get into close quarters combat. So it worked out very well in my favor.
What is your preferred weapon?
Well, currently I have the dagger and the spear that I am using. The spear's been nice for long range or longer range. The dagger, I wish I would like to use it more. The problem is that I feel like my swordsmanship has not been as good, and so even though I'm trying to do better with the hits, the spear is just better and more effective in general. Even though the dagger is faster, it is better, on one-on-one as compared to the spear, which can handle more things at once.
Interesting.
I gave
Yeah.
Kyanite a glaive for her birthday. I used a sword, or I think it is a claymore.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Those are
Clay.
very bold
choice.
weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Apollo used to favor the glaive. I remember, I think there was one time when I gave him one as a present. But I know that was one of his preferred ones, so, I'm sure kind of to make good use.
Hopefully, it is better than the diamond she was using.
Oh, goodness gracious, yes, that'd be tricky. I was very fortunate that Sundu provided me with Eternium very early into my adventure, otherwise I'm sure I would have struggled.
Until her birthday, she was still wearing diamond armor,
Oh
which
no.
Helia gifted her netherite.
Was that very kind of her?
Diamonds just not enough in this world.
No.
It is not sadly.
There's just a lot of scary things up there, I think I'm sure back in the day, diamond was more than sufficient, but then when they made more alloys, they were able to create even better things for people to use. better weapons. But the problem with progression, as usual, is that when one person gets something better, then everyone gets something better too. So the scaling becomes more difficult. If it was all diamond before, then everyone had to deal with it. But now that there are options, then everyone has a chance to get better and stronger.
That is very true.
But we will need to complain because the one good benefit about the war is that the goblins were not as fast as we were. They did not pick up the advantage nearly as fast. Now we get to enjoy the benefits of the extra defense against all the mobs that try to take us out.
And
That is
they
true.
do be doing that quite often.
Exactly. It's very valuable, especially like that spider that's been sitting in that tree.
Yeah.
Watching
I
us.
thought he was staring at me earlier.
I've been staring at it for a while.
Took a one.
I do more.
Yeah, you do 4 at night and like 1.5 during the day. Oh, look at you go.
It's a good sleep.
Which is good to practice hard hits.
If I try my slow fall, it immediately ruins it.
I think Crystallians have to time the crouching as they go down for critical hits.
Oh, to hit them properly.
Since theirs is they only stop slow falling if they crouch.
Oh, fair enough.
Weird.
No, that makes sense. Okay. Well, do you wish to do any more rounds, or how are you feeling?
Well, it is up to you. You are the one who wanted the practice.
I guess that is fair. Well, I mean, I feel a bit more warmed up than I did. I think I've realized a few things about my own abilities, which is fair. I would like to try, a session where you go with all armor, but I also do not think that it's necessarily going to help in the situation I'll be going to. I think this was what we did was fairly sufficient. And again, I know that you are perhaps not doing very much only, but I do not want to keep you here for too long since you are kindly able to referee for us.
Oh, you're totally fine. I was just picking flowers. I can do that anytime.
That is fair. But then, I think we can call it there. I think that'd be fine for me.
All right.
But thank you
Hope
for being
stop
willing.
snowing.
Oh, I did. The ambience has changed again.
I noticed, Olivier, you have quite the fancy ring in here.
Oh yes, no, I came across it a while back. I don't exactly know where it came from, but well, Paige knows about this a little bit, and I don't mind sharing this with you either, only because you are part of the court now. Basically, what is it? I sometimes, do not remember all these things that I do all the time, for lack of a better word. And so there was one time when I came home, and then the ring was there with me, and I assumed that I got it when I was, perhaps having a moment. So I don't know how I got it from, but I have it, and it's quite useful, at least somewhat. But I feel like it is, it's strong. But even then, if I go over to the if I go to the enemies over now and try to fight one, you see that my damage is not terribly better. It is still mild percentages,
Yeah. No, I have an amulet that's very similar to that, and it doesn't really change a whole lot for me either.
Right. So it's good for sustained fights, but not terribly good for short-term things.
Yeah. It's a very cool ring. It's not a bad thing to wake up to.
No, agreed. I'm very thankful for it. The thing is, it adds a bit of a cool aesthetic.
Yeah. Looks very stylish.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's not a wedding ring or anything like that, but it is a ring nonetheless.
Yeah. Ring's a ring.
Exactly. But cool. I think this is a very good time. I will admit I'm tired, otherwise I'd be more inclined to fill you in. But,
Mm.
perhaps I can write you a letter or something to let you know about more pressing matters, if you wish to be informed. Otherwise, I can also tell you when I get back from my expedition.
Whenever you are willing to tell me, Olivier.
Well, I appreciate it.
I did send a letter to you before. I do not know if you got it.
Oh, it's possible I may have gotten it. Sometimes there are days when I prefer to check my mailbox, which I don't know if you know what this means, but sometimes it is I think it is correlating with how many voices I have in my head at a given moment. Sometimes if there are fewer, then I prefer to leave it closed. But if there are more, then they want to know. So then I'm like, okay, then I'll read my mail and see what is there. So on days like today where the voices are very slim, then I'm like, okay, then I will save my mail for another time.
That is understandable.
Yes, the only bad thing is if there's ever any urgent mail, then suddenly I'm like, oh, I guess I missed that. Oh well, and I have to continue on. So hopefully if it was something urgent, I will make an exception. I'll gladly check it out now.
No, it was not urgent.
Okay.
I probably need to check my mail.
You probably get a lot of mail. You
I
seem
don't.
very popular. Really?
Yeah, that's why I don't check it very often, but it has been a while, so maybe I should.
Perhaps I would need to send you a letter just so that you can have something to look forward to.
Yeah,
I'd be open to that.
My glasses.
Oh, yes. You're wearing them the time, but they have a good look for you.
Well, I only really need them to read, so.
I see. Well,
But
they did not
sometimes I
hinder
forget.
your vision.
No.
Wonderful. All right. Well, then I think I will be getting myself back to my house so I can retire soon.
All right.
But thank you,
That
Paige,
was,
for all this.
It is no problem. I was glad to see you again.
It's good to see you too. We will have to talk now soon.
Hopefully.
Yes. No. And enjoy the rest of your day of resting.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your rest too.
Thank you. I'm going to go to Castle Baelfire. If you wish to go with me, Oli, then you're welcome to.
Okay. I'm down.
Cool. Right. Then we will see you later, Paige. All right. Listen, before I make my leave, I want to keep you apprised because I know you saw the wooden helmet that was in my inventory.
Yeah.
And I didn't want you to be thinking anything strange. Recently, Baelfire and I went on a trip, and I was starting through some chests that apparently were left for me. And inside one of them, there was a wooden helmet. And Baelfire has said that I'm okay to have it with me until he's been able to confirm with the high vessel what she would like done with it. So that is the reason why I have it. I do not use it. I have no reason to. My own helmet that I have from the end is much more effective for what I need. But I have learned, and I didn't want to say this in front of Paige, but if I wear a wooden helmet and I'm in the middle of the sun, I can see broader. So I can see, I can make out everything. I can see you if I stand over here. I can right over here, and I can go straight to you.
Wow. I was gonna ask if it helped with that. I figured you probably got it from Baelfire because he's given Ophelia a bunch of ward and stuff, so I wasn't like really concerned about it.
Gotcha. Well, I know that I try to keep up with the laws, and I know that it is not exactly something that you find everywhere, and so that is the reason I have it. But I want to let you know, so you were not worried about it.
Oh, I wasn't. You're one of the very few people that has not come across our radar for things, so I don't worry about you.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm glad to know that I am not a problem.
No, you're one of the good ones.
Well, thank you. That is a very good honor to have.
Yeah.
Well, cool. But then I will make my way back home, and then I will write you a letter before I go to bed, so you have something to open when you go to the box.
Okay. Well, thank you. That would be awesome.
Of course. Yes. Right. Then I suppose I will talk with you later, Ollie.
Alrighty. Travel safely.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye.
Right. Bye.